Hi everyone, how you doing? It's Kara from Goddess to Goodness. I hope you guys are all doing very well today. I am jumping on here to do a reading for retrograde and the October energies. This is for all signs, it's timeless. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, although if you were drawn here, most likely something will resonate. So I call in my guides, my spirit guides, archangels, ascended masters, Takumi Shakira, my fairy guides. And so I'm introducing a new deck today. I totally forgot I ordered it. It was on it like wasn't released yet, and so I just got this the other day. It's super cute. Um but right now I'm going to read for, we just had a full moon in Pisces, and then we are transitioning from Mars retrograde into Mercury retrograde. Everybody kind of like freaks out and says like, oh my god, Mercury retrograde, especially right after Mars retrograde, because the Mars energy going backwards or whatever is kind of it has a feeling of being like, it can create feelings of maybe being like stopped or slowed down or pushed back or limited, because Mars is a very action oriented planet. Okay. It's like the planet of, war, but masculine energy, action and so forth. All right. With Mercury retrograde, everybody tends to kind of freak out because we tend to think of it as like communication problems, exes coming back, things like that and whatever. But Mercury retrograde is actually a really nice time to like slow down and kind of like tune into yourself. Okay. So things might come up from the past, but it might not necessarily be people. It may be like memories, experiences, thought processes, and it's kind of just so you can like give it like another once over and either like change it up, let it go, and see if like maybe you can like work with it like within a new like paradigm or dynamic, which is kind of an amazing thing. So it gives you time to like rework and reconfigure things. All right. I actually really like Mercury retrogrades because it's a time where you can like slow down, go within, and just kind of get like, as my mom would say, like get your ducks in a row or whatever. Okay. And so this reading is going to apply to all signs, and this will carry through for the entire period of the Mercury retrograde, which I think lasts, I want to say until December. Don't quote me on that. But at least through the rest of October and the beginning of November. So, okay, so Spirit. Oh, actually, they want me to pull a couple of oracle cards first. So, the first cards I'm going to pull from are, this is an indie deck I actually got from Etsy. I love this deck. Okay, and so Spirit. So, main energies here for everybody for this Mercury retrograde, October through November, and this is for all signs. Okay, so for all signs, main energies for this Mercury retrograde. Main energetic themes for the Mercury retrograde, please. Wow. Still got that full moon energy popping out. Okay. And I'm going to grab one more. This is beautiful, guys. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. This is really beautiful. Okay. So right off the bat, we have Traveler. All right, so this to me is, I love it because you can see like the crystals around her, but to me that's like a very like sacred geometry type of shape. It's like the beginning of one. Same thing with like where her third eye is here. So what this says to me is, yes, you may be traveling, okay? But what I'm getting with this is like, it's more about like time travel or paradigm travel. All right, so what I'm getting here is my guides are telling me it's more of like a timeline hop or a timeline shift, if that makes sense. So, okay, let me pull these next ones and then I'll go more into it. So then we have Death in Reverse, and then we have Star. Okay, so what I'm getting here is like, again, this is like, you've traveled through the depths, you've gone through the darkness, you've gone through the healing, you've gone through the emotional turbulence and like whatever. Okay, but it's like you are now traveling to a place where you are like able to see things from like a higher perspective of, you're able to see the larger picture, and you're able to see like more like what you actually want in terms of like what's next. Okay. With death in reverse, to me, this is the rebirth. Okay. So you've like already been through the trenches, you've been through the hard stuff, and now you're actually like on like a new, like it's almost like a quantum leap. Okay. So where you may have been on one path for, say, the last few years or lots of years or whatever, it's like your path is now actually like changing dimensions, or like it's like going through like almost like a time warp into like something better, something more bountiful, something more abundant, something that aligns with like your best and highest good. Okay. So this is beautiful energy. And then we have the star. And the star is, of course, about healing. But here I love this one because it's like actually she's like ripping through the fabric of time and like unleashing her, how infinite she is. This is beautiful to me. Okay. So it's like she's like found the stardust within her. Okay. And she's actually able to like, it's almost like tear through the space-time continuum. And again, it's like that warp feeling. Okay. Like if you ever watch, like, I'm a dork, so you ever watch like Star Trek and things, and they say like warp speed or go through like a wormhole where it like takes you from one consciousness to another, or one dimension to another, or one galaxy to another. It's That's what I'm getting here, is like that is like what is actually happening. You are literally unleashing like the cosmic gifts that you've had within all this time, and maybe we're just lying dormant. So this is really beautiful, guys. Okay. So all right. So spirit, all right, let me just set these up here. Okay, and they're telling me to pull from a different oracle deck very quickly. I'm using my Halloween cards, guys. Okay, so for the month of October, if you like this and this resonates with you, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. If you want to be notified about other videos or other content that I put out, hit the subscribe button with the little bell. But yeah, I'm using the Halloween decks that I have. So for October, this is what I'm going to be using. So if you dig it or whatever, hit that like button for me. All right. Okay. And so spirit. So what challenges will this Mercury retrograde be bringing in for the collective of people here? Challenges for Mercury retrograde, October 2020, all signs. Okay, challenges, possible challenges. Okay, possible challenges, spirit, for Mercury retrograde 2020. Okay, give me two more. One more. Let me get one more. Okay, for possible challenges during this Mercury retrograde. One more. Okay. All right, and they give two. Okay, so the first one is forgetting oneself. Okay, so with this Mercury retrograde, what they're telling me here is that the challenge may be that in order to, because again, when planets go retrograde, there's this energy of feeling like things slow down or they stop. Okay, so there may be an energy here of like trying to like push forward out of a feeling of frustration or feeling limited or feeling like panicky about something. And what they're saying is like, don't do that. And I notice here that this is a 17, which breaks down to an 8. Okay, so this is like the number of manifestation. 8 is the number of manifestation. But again, it's also that energy of being infinite. Okay. And the reason I bring that up is because it came up right here with the star card, is that you actually, oh my gosh. And this is a number 8. Like, I don't know if you like right down there. So I didn't even notice that. Okay. So again, number 8, that limitless energy. Okay. Your potential is limitless, and you're just starting to discover what's hidden within you. Okay. So the challenge may be here is that, oh, okay, I'm getting 2 messages. It may be that you begin to like force or push things forward. That may be the challenge because of the feeling of being like slowed down, or, you know, being slowed down or blocked or being held back or something like that. Okay. The other message I'm getting here, though, with forgetting oneself, is that there may be parts of you. that you are letting go with this new energy. Because, like I said, again, it's like time traveling is what I'm getting. It's almost like you're going into like a new galaxy, a new paradigm, a new story, a new, not just like a new book, okay? Like a new galaxy. You're literally going from one way of knowing and experiencing life into another. And it's like the rebirth, okay? And it's like, it's going, this Mercury retrograde, what I'm getting here is like, this is very good because you are, because this is bringing in like a new start to fresh energies. Now is the time to recalibrate, rebalance, reevaluate, and see what you want to take with you and what you want to leave behind. Okay. But the challenge here with forgetting oneself is that we're human. So whenever we leave things behind, there's a sadness there. There's a grief. There's you know, our ego steps in and goes, oh, well, maybe I shouldn't. I was comfortable there. I was there for so long. Okay. So again, the challenge of leaving the old things behind to step into the new may present a challenge. Okay. So just be aware of it. All right. The next one here is revenge. Well, okay. So this is a 23, which breaks down to a 5. And what I'm getting here with revenge is that sometimes when we begin to view things, situations, patterns, you know, beliefs, whatever that is, we tend to get like angry, you know, like, and we tend to project out to the other person or situation or other thing. Okay. And oh, you know, the thing that makes us feel limited, okay, or that we felt like was holding us back. Like if we look back and we go, oh man, well, like I just can't take this. I can't go into the new part of my life still in this job or still thinking or doing the same thing. Or, and sometimes we tend to get like angry and project out at those things. Okay. Um, what the universe also, we can tend to be angry when, excuse me, when those said things don't want to change with us or aren't changing with us. It's not don't want to, it's like maybe they just aren't. And remember that like everybody and everything is on its own path at its own pace and on its own journey. So the challenge here might be might be feeling angry about either the things, people, thoughts, or whatever that you want to change and come with you and they aren't. Or it may be realizing that the things that aren't meant to serve you anymore, maybe we're like limiting you a little bit. And sometimes we can tend to be like angry or resentful towards that thing. But the point is here is my guides are saying just accept it for what it was because it helped you grow to where you are. And without it, you wouldn't be where you are, right? The other thing with that is that it's this energy of uh, um not having that victim kind of mentality, like, oh man, I can't believe that happened to me for 5 years, or oh, blah blah blah, or yeah, this is terrible. Instead of looking at things in that respect, it's best to say like, okay, this happened, this is what I learned from it, and now how do I go about moving forward or changing said thing, okay, or making said thing better, or um amending it in a way to where it works for me better or I can work with it better. Okay. And this is for some of you, not all of you. Okay. These just may be challenges. Okay. The temple of my body. So they're saying like find balance, like in health. Okay. So if and there's a 2 here. So again, a challenge that this Mercury retrograde may bring in is if there was any like bad habits, addictions, things like that, that maybe weren't serving you and your highest good and serving your health, things like that or habits like that may come back to visit. So just be aware. So if it was like, you know, stress eating or something like that, and you find that like maybe you're doing it again, you just kind of want to like lay off, you know, like make a mental note. And usually once it's in your awareness, your subconscious does the rest. So it's really just about being aware and, you know, to, be aware that old habits and old addictions may creep back up. Okay. Especially when we're feeling like off balance, like within our environment and our surroundings, or, like when we feel like we want to take action, but we feel like we're being like pushed back or slowed down, there can be a tendency to get, spend time doing other things in other ways. Okay. So it's just be aware. Wow. The next one is obsession. Okay. And this is the 3 right after the number 2, which is very interesting. Okay. So again, obsession can be anything. It could be obsessing over why something didn't work out, or somebody said something to you that you didn't like and you still like have not let it go, or why it's just, or obsessing maybe about like the way a communication went with a certain person, because we're going to be in Mercury retrograde. So communication may be a factor here. Okay. For some of you, not all of you. And again, just take what resonates. Okay. So, but I do love this overall energy here. Okay. So spirit, so tell me about, let me see here. Okay. So spirit, tell me how these main energies will actually be supporting everybody for this Mercury retrograde. How will these main energies be supportive of everybody in these Mercury retrograde energies? Okay. Give me one for death and give me one for the star, please. Okay. So how these are supporting you. Okay. Again, this is beautiful. So the traveler is taking you away from the Queen of Cups in reverse. So you're actually moving away from things that didn't love you back. You're moving away from people, things, energy, just energy in general, that was not loving and supportive or nurturing to you. All right. This traveler card definitely represents also movement and moving away from feeling like insecure from within, or having like a closed heart space. So if you've been experiencing like a closed heart space, well, first of all, I recommend meditation. I do have a really quick 5-minute heart opening meditation on my Goddess to Goodness channel. Okay. Under videos. And it's really easy, really quick in 5 minutes. But this may be like, what I'm getting here is you need to travel outside of where like you may have been hurt in the past, and like your heart may have been broken. All right. And you've been afraid to maybe open your heart up to somebody else or something else, or the possibility of somebody or something. Or if you're in a romantic dynamic, it may be where you are just like emotionally unavailable within that dynamic. So now is the time that you will actually be like traveling and like moving towards like actually opening up your heart space. All right. And when our heart space is open, we can receive abundance. We can receive that joy. We can receive that that beauty that the universe has to offer. When we're closed off, well, then we definitely are unable to receive. Okay. And we definitely step into a more of a distorted masculine energy. Like when our heart space is completely closed and we are not in touch with that feminine side of us. And we all have it. We all have masculine. We all have feminine. All right. But distorted masculine is energy. Okay. Energy. I'm just talking about energy, guys. So distorted masculine energy is being completely out of touch and completely cut off from that feminine aspect of you, which is like using your intuition, trusting your inner sense and your inner voice, about allowing yourself to receive. Okay. Receive from the universe. All right. It's about that self-love, that unconditional love, knowing that you are unconditionally loved. Okay. So right now, what I'm getting here, the way we're being supported here is that you're actually moving out of this energy of having a blocked heart chakra. Okay. What I'm getting here is that it's opening. Oh my goodness. I didn't even see all that. Okay. What I'm getting here is that it is opening. I love this. Okay. So like I said, death is here in reverse. And with it, we have the King of Wands, the King of Candles, which is somebody who's confident, ready to take action. The King of Wands goes and gets what he wants. And he gets it because he's connected spiritually. He's connected to the universe. He's connected to his I am presence. Okay. He knows that he is infinite in the universe and he knows how to manifest and how to take action to get what he wants. Okay. So again, this is like I said, like a rebirth into like a brand new paradigm or like a brand new galaxy, a brand new life, a brand new dimension. Okay. Brand new set of energies than you have been experiencing for the last year or so. Oh my gosh. Interesting. Okay. Wow, I love this. Okay. So, with the star, like I said, the eight is the number of manifestation. You are now discovering gifts hidden within you that you didn't even know were there. And to clarify and how this is supporting you is the magician. Yeah, that's like, okay, an original tarot. I don't know if they have it here. In original tarot, the magician will have the infinity symbol somewhere on the card. And that's just so interesting to me. So, anyways, the magician is about creating things. It's about having all the tools that you need in order to make what you want happen. So that's the energy that this Mercury retrograde is bringing in for you. It is actually going to allow you to see within and be like, wow, like I literally have like all the tools and all the things that I need in order to like create this life that I want, to create this newness, to create this sense of goodness, right? Like I have everything I need. I have all the tools in front of me at my disposal. All right. And then what I love is we have the three of cups here and the three of needles. So again, I feel like the three of cups in reverse to me is like third party energy. So in with this three of needles here, it's an energy of like I feel like in the past people outside of you, friends, because friends or family. Three of cups in reverse is usually people who are closer to you, right? But it's like them giving their 2 cents, their 2 cents that kind of maybe like made you feel fearful, or like every time they were like, oh, you want to do that, it like kind of put like a little needle in your heart and you were like, oh, I guess I won't now, or I guess I won't try. You know what I mean? Like, well, I guess I should just stay where I'm at, or yeah, you're right. I guess I won't make enough money, or oh yeah. It's like each little thing that they said kind of like struck a little needle into your heart, okay? And like as you're trying to manifest and create this, I almost get the sense of, yeah, okay, we have the two of presents, but in reverse. It's like it was like you wanted to go for it, but then you kind of we're like, nah, never mind. Or like an energy of like kind of like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Like maybe you would try a little bit, but then it's like maybe what those third parties were saying to you kind of maybe like, took the wind out of your sails or discouraged you or made you fearful or scared that it wasn't going to work out. But the energy that I'm getting here is that with this star card and for the magician to come out right on top of it like that is like a double confirmation right there for me. So it's like you're realizing that all these tools that you've been looking outside of you for, it's like you're realizing that they've been inside you the entire time. Like I said, you are realizing that you're made of stardust. And again, this is what's coming in for October, early November. So if you haven't felt this way yet, that's what's coming in. Okay. That's why they call it a prediction. Okay. I'm just teasing, guys, but I'm not. All right. So, Spirit, tell me how. All right. Tell me how that these tell me how these possible challenges okay. Tell me how we can utilize the energy of these challenges in order to align with our highest good. How can we utilize the challenges, the energy of the challenges? How can we utilize these well for our highest good? Okay. So what comes up here is, yeah, wow, love it. Okay. I love this. Okay. So I actually have the eight, yeah, the eight of cups here. And then we have death in reverse again. Okay. So again, this is energy. Like the way to leverage this is to the Eight of Cups as an energy of like emotionally walking away from something. So again, like I said, like you may have been in this energy where you were kind of like still hanging on from things to the past, but kind of going towards the new path or new paradigm. Okay. So what spirit is saying is like it is, and it comes up. I keep wanting to grab this. Forgetting oneself. All right. So it comes up with the Eight of Cups in reverse. So meaning now is time to literally leave behind those cups. Yes, they may have emotional cups are emotion. They may have been emotionally fulfilling to you in the past. But if they're not now, even though you might like identify with it, like, well, that's part of my identity. What spirit is saying here is like it's really not, because like, you're actually coming, it may have been your identity, but you're actually coming into like a new part of yourself. It's like tearing open that like cosmic fabric of like who you really are. And there's like magic inside of you. There's things inside of you, like gifts and talents and abilities that like you have no idea that you even have. Okay, but in order to make room for it, you have to leave the attachment to these old emotions or that you're emotionally attached to. It's time to leave it behind, because we are in like the resurrection energy, the rebirth energy. All right. You're now like you've risen from the grave and you are now leaving the graveyard. All right. Spirit, give me more information on how they can use this revenge energy in order for their highest good. How can they transmute this and use it for their highest good? Wow. Oh, excuse me, guys. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have the Nine of Potions. Yeah. Okay. So I love that. That's about like living your best life. All right. The Nine of Cups. Again, see how you're leaving those Eight of Cups alone, like the old Eight of Cups, and you're walking towards now like your Nine of Cups. This is right before the Ten of Cups. The Nine of Cups is being like emotionally fulfilled from the inside out. It's about doing the things that literally make you shine from within. All right. Careful that it doesn't lean towards the side of selfishness. But the thing is that the Nine of Cups is doing literally what makes your heart shine, despite what like the naysayers may have said to you, despite what your family may have, what their opinion might be about it, despite any attachments that you may have had to this in the past. This is an energy of like doing what you love, okay, and like really like go towards that. Another one here is okay. So again, justice comes up in reverse with the Knight of Wands in reverse, and so what Spirit is saying here is even though things that may have felt unfair or may have made us feel limited or may have made us feel low or made us feel not confident or whatever that is, what Spirit is saying here is like now isn't the time to be like impulsive. Okay. So what do I mean by that? I mean, like, if you witness something seeming unfair or somebody being unfair or a situation being unfair, now is the time to really take a step back. Like I said, reevaluate, recalibrate, and kind of, change the game plan, alter the game plan on how you're going to handle something. All right. So again, Mercury retrograde can lead to feelings of being like slowed down or pushed back or challenged, especially in communication. So now is not the time to like pop off at the mouth. So if you are experiencing any type of injustice, you will actually, the universe will actually work with you much better if you just kind of take a time out, take a step back, and then kind of go from there. All right. Spirit, how can they utilize the energy of Temple of My Body in order to align with their highest good? How can they use this energy to benefit? Ooh. Yeah, I love that. Okay. Yep. Temple of My Body. So again, if drama comes up, we have the Six of Swords here, the Six of Needles. Go away. Like, go away from the drama. Just sail away from the drama. Okay. So anything that like comes up where it's like, it And again, it's about listening to your body. So if something energetically feels bad to you, or you feel drained, or you have a headache, or you don't feel good when you leave a certain place, situation, or whatever it is, listen to your body, because it is really your temple. And anything that you feel low or heavy around or drained, it's time to just literally like move on, like move away into like sail into more peaceful waters. All right. So if it's like arguments and drama, just it's like this energy of like don't engage in it. Just don't engage in it at all. And then we have judgment in reverse. So this is also about like not making judgments like on others. It may be, and it also may be like something having to do with somebody making judgments on you. Okay, so if that arises, it's about really just like move away from the drama. If somebody's like making judgments on you, or you feel the need or propensity to judge what somebody else is doing, it's like just saying, take a time out right now. Now is that time to just take a time out. In spirit, the energy of obsession here, how can the collective use this to benefit and assist them through Mercury retrograde? How can they, wow. All right, there's like 100 cards there. Oh, but I am going to take this one and give me one more for how they can use this card of obsession here to benefit them during Mercury retrograde. How can they utilize? Okay. Yeah, I like this. Perfect. Okay. So again, and I love this. So with obsession here, and I kind of, wow, that's really cool. So with obsession here, you see in his hand, he has this disc, but it's like glowing. It's like lit up almost like the sun, right? And then look what pops up here is the sun. So what I'm getting here is, and this almost looks like a magnifying glass to me right here, like one of those convex lenses. So what I'm getting here is that don't obsess over things that you don't know the answer to right now, because you will be illuminated. You will get the answer. The sun will shine and everything literally will come to light. So try to just go with the flow on that. And then the Three of Presents comes out, which I love, because if you turn the energy of obsession into collaborating with others, look at the amazing things you can accomplish. Okay, so if it's like you have this plan that like you're obsessing about on like how to build, like this business you want to build, or this action you want to take, or whatever it is, now may be the time to collaborate like with others. The Three of Pentacles also represents collaborating like within relationships, like whether it's a partnership or a relationship. But the third part of that is usually the universe. Okay, so again, it's about like working with the universe, and maybe working with others in the physical, maybe finding partners or things like that, teaming up with people, and collaborating on projects and such. But this is an energy of like put your time into like doing something like creative and productive. Okay, instead of maybe like obsessing how something didn't work, or you don't know how it's going to work, or instead of focusing the energy in that respect, put it into a means of like doing something in the physical, instead of just like staying up here in like your thoughts. Okay, I love that. All right, and so for the last spread I'm going to do here, it's the Haunted House deck. I love it. All right, and so Spirit, let me just move these out of the way. Spirit, okay, what beautiful, oh my gosh. And as I cut the deck, the sun is on the bottom. So to me, that's an omen. All right. So Spirit, what strong advice do you have for everybody in regards to navigating the energies of the Mercury retrograde? So what strong advice or guidance do you have for everybody in terms of navigating the Mercury retrograde? And like I said, guys, this is a general reading. So if you do want to book a personal, all the information is in the description below. If you like any of these decks, the links to purchase are also in the description below. And you can just check out my website, goddesstogoodness.com. And oh my goodness, there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Judgment this time, but in the upright. Okay, so again, like I said, Judgment here, this is about that energy of being how can I explain it? Like, excuse me. It's the energy of, okay, um, being like answering your call. Okay, so it's like a now or never kind of thing, especially in this card. If you look here, there's all these zombies around, and she's literally like the only living being with her child in her arms. So this is the energy of like, okay, I could stand here and I can like look down and wait for my brains to be eaten by zombies. It is 2020, or sorry, or I can like make a run for it, and like we can have a brand new life, we can escape, we can get the hell out of here, and it's like the dawn of a new day. Okay, so again, the strong advice here is to leave the bullshit behind. All right, Spirit says leave the bullshit behind. Don't bother like fighting like useless battles. And when I say useless, it's like if you've already been fighting these battles or dealing with these situations for however long, it like you're never going to change the zombies. The only thing you can do to make the situation better is you can change, you can leave, you can do something differently. All right, and so that is the very strong advice here. It's the dawn of a new day, so which path are you going to take? Because you can't have one foot in and one foot out. All right, so Spirit, what other strong advice or guidance do you have for a collective for this Mercury, wow, retrograde? And oh my God, guys, this is beautiful. It's the Empress, and in here, it's the new life. Like you see that she's holding her womb, and then she has this new life of creation. She's creating a new world. And I just love it here because it's like she is the sun in the palm of her hands. And we saw the sun card here twice. So again, this is like things being illuminated, things being reborn and regenerated, things are being refreshed. And Beyonce, thank you. I love that it resonates for you. That's wonderful. That makes my heart so happy. And again, guys, if this does resonate, hit that like button for me. But again, we are birthing a new path. We are birthing a new life. We are birthing a new creation, a new world here. Okay. Now is not the time to stay and wait to see what happens. Now is the time to make a decisive plan. Again, and we're in Mercury retrograde here. So now isn't the time to like blast forward with action. Now is the time to make your plan, your escape route, your ticket out, whatever that is. Because again, like I said, you are traveling between two paths here. You have one paradigm or you have the other. So which one are you going to choose? But it's like, already which one your self wants. But what's going to keep you, what is going to either allow you to go or keep you, okay? Because again, we had this 3 of Cups, these naysayers maybe saying, oh, you want to go do that, or oh, you want to go be with them, or oh, you want to go. Where are you going to stay right now? The universe is saying, though, you literally have the power in your hand, and it's like there. It's there. So, wow, I just saw an orb. Awesome. All right. In Spirit, more strong advice for the collective here for, wow, Mercury retrograde. Yep. Don't listen to what other people are saying. Okay. The 5 of Swords energy is like, look at her. She's all excited, like all up in her wedding dress. She's happy. She's like walking up to that crying maid. She's comforting her. And then look at this one. She's like literally ready to like cut her head off. Okay. So again, it's don't listen those deceptive energies, meaning the people who like, maybe are gossiping about you. And I'm not trying to like put that in your head. It's just, this may be gossip. It may be like difference of opinion. It may be arguments. Like, why do you want to go do that? That's not what we do in our family, or, we're lawyers in our family. We're not artists. Like, whatever that is, try to stay above and try to stay away from that. And like, but keep aware of it. Okay. Because you don't have to engage in it. And what I love here is this 5 of Swords comes up as a, where is it? It comes up as a piece of guidance. But what I loved here was how to leverage those energies was the 6 of Cups or 6 of Swords. So from the 5 to the 6, meaning moving away from the drama within groups, families, friends, workplaces. It's just you can be aware of the drama and not engage in it. Okay. So that's what they're saying here. And again, this is not to like make anybody paranoid or make anybody, like to freak you guys out. It's just if there is energy like this, it's about like remaining aware, but again, don't engage in it. All right. And I'm actually just going to clarify this here. Let me clarify judgment for me here, Spirit. Let me just clarify judgment for everyone. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I like this already. Yeah. All right. So this is beautiful. We have the Eight of Wands, which is very fast movement. All right. And the Eight of Wands has to do with like spirituality, but it can also have to do with like action or things happening. Okay. So again, it's like when you make that choice, like this path or that path, 1 foot in or you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You got to have both feet in or both feet out. So it's like when you do finally make that choice and like decide to like run, when like when she decides to sprint, it's like that fast forward moving energy. And and it's also inspired action, the Eight of Wands. But what I love here is like we have the Seven of Swords. So it's like when you finally decide to answer that call and make the choice to like finally sprint and make the run for it. All right. Whatever that is, guys, to your new path, your new life, your new paradigm, whatever that is. The Seven of Swords here. And usually this card is associated with like deception or keeping secrets. See what she's doing here? She's like a ninja. She's like waiting for like the intruders to go away so she can come out safely. Okay. So now might be the time that like even though you are making plans to make movements, whether it's away from something or towards something, whatever that is, now is the time to just maybe keep it a little quiet, a little to yourself. Keep it a little quiet. You don't necessarily have to tell everybody every single thing you're doing. All right. And Spirit, clarify the Empress here for me. Clarify. Wow. Love it. Yeah, I love it. Awesome. Yeah. See, you're birthing something new here. You know that you have the power within you. Where is that card? See how she's peeling herself open to the universe inside? Because she knows she's made of stardust. The sun is our brightest star in our galaxy. So she knows that she holds that energy within her. Look at her. She's like, I am the creator. I am creating this. I am creating this star in my hand. I am creating this. All right. And what I love is more about this to clarify is the Four of Cups, which is a feeling of being like unsatisfied, unfulfilled, bored, not satisfied with the cups that are in front of you. Right. Like I've been unfulfilled for all this time. I've been drained for all this time. I've been feeling, heavy, low, fearful, uninspired for all this time. Well, look at here. Look at the Six of Wands, yo. She is like ready to like spring into action. And the Six of Wands is also about like success. All right. It's also about success and recognition. It can be like about pride and things like that. But right here, this is like, she literally is like on that horse and like ready to like gallop her way into, into success. And look at, she's got like these people. I love it. She's like literally like gallant on this horse. It reminds me of and she's wearing all white. So it's like she's purified here and she literally tamed this big giant horse and she's like out the door. She's like, you know what? This doesn't suit me anymore. I'm out of here. I'm literally getting the F out of here and I'm on my way to go find that inspiration, to go find that passion. I'm going to find what ignites me and what lights me up. All right. I love that. And Spirit, what is the Five of Swords here? More for the Five of Swords for everybody, please. More for the Five of Swords. And I hope you guys like the Halloween cards for this month. I just like looked around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so many spooky decks. I'm just going to do the Halloween cards for October. It made me excited. All right. So for the Five of Swords, we have the Queen of Swords. All right. And look at this Queen of Swords. This is about remaining emotionally and mentally like mature. All right. The Queen of Swords. she's not going to freak out and like go, murder for somebody for, saying stupid shit or gossiping or, creating drama or for an opinion she doesn't like. Nope. She's emotionally intelligent. She's very logical. She's very cool, calm, and collected. Like she literally like knows how to like handle herself. And if there is something she does have to address, she will address it in a very mature and very like intelligent and very intelligent way. So again, in terms of advice, when it comes to like maybe other people like talking smack or whatever, maybe like saying things like behind your back or whatever that is, or like little dropping little their 2 cents here and there, all right, when they don't need to and it's unsolicited. It's the time to be rational, logical, and just like emotionally mature, all right, because you don't need to be focusing your energy on drama. Just sail away. And I love that. Oh geez, I love that popped out of my mouth. I said just sail away. And Sally is actually the 6 of needles or the 6 of swords in traditional tarot. Sorry, my humor is super cheesy and like really dorky. So if you don't like it, then there's a lot of other really good readers out there. All right, sorry, that was so silly. All right, so spirit, so let me see, what do they want me to pick from? Really? All right. So they're telling me a couple, these are messages from people who've passed. So this may be for one of you, this may be for a bunch of you, I don't know. So what messages do you have for everybody here? Let me get one more messages, final messages. And again, this may be resonate only with one of you or might resonate with more. Wow. Okay. I am with you in the good days and in the bad. Take my hand. Okay, so you are supported here. You are not only just supported by your higher self and your in the universe, okay, which you 100% really are. You are just now discovering this, or you will be. All right, but you are also literally being supported by your ancestors, your family members, your guides, your loved ones that have passed on and that still watch over you. All right. Oh, I love that. I kiss you goodnight. Okay. That's really beautiful. That's cute. Go on vacation and take me along. I'm getting a sense that this may have been, for some reason, I'm picking up on like grandma or grandma, like grandparent energy here. Okay. I don't know why, but I'm picking up on grandparent energy. The next one here is trust with all your heart and the answer will come. Wow, I love that because earlier I had mentioned that. Now is the time to like recalibrate, re-examine, reanalyze, and restructure the things in your life. And it's not the time to pop off at the mouth. It's the time to go within. I believe that was one of the first things that I said. It's like you're going to be going within to like actually decide which path you're going to take. Are you going to stay where you were bored, unfulfilled, feeling stuck, feeling drained, feeling frustrated, or are you going to take the new path? All right. And you'll find that when you quiet down and quiet all the outside noise from people around you, from, this 3 of Cups, this third party energy, and I love that the 3 of Cups came up in reverse and then the 4 of Cups came up because it's like, yeah, these 3 cups that used to feel like it might have been like 3 drinking buddies or something like that, or 3 people that you used to. And then it's like, you know what? I just don't resonate there anymore. Like I don't resonate with that anymore because the 3 of Cups upright can mean like going out with friends, partying, like celebrating, that kind of energy. And I'm just like laughing here that like it went from the 3 of Cups to the 4 of Cups. So when you find yourself that you are literally unsatisfied with this stuff, look, the universe is literally right here. You just don't see it yet. It's offering you a brand new cup. Like, look, there is something to emotionally fulfill you, but you actually have to take the action of actually going. And love never dies. I am only a heartbeat away. And so with this last card, guys, what this says to me is that look, even when we leave the things behind in life that no longer serve us, like I said, it's human to have sadness or grief over letting that go. It doesn't mean that you have to be like cold hearted and be like, ha 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 ha, I left, or like I don't do that anymore. Like that's not what it is. It's okay to be sad and be like, wow, for a really long time in my life, that was like my saving grace. That really made me feel good. That really, you know, that was my life, or that was my my identity. It's okay to feel and to experience that loss, um because change is scary and doing something new is scary, but let me tell you, the new is going to be so much more fulfilling and so much more blissful. Like how can I say this? It's like you don't even know how good it could be because you've never had it that good before. Even if you've had great, what's coming, you've you've never even had that type of greatness in your awareness yet. So be excited, okay? Because beautiful things are coming. Yeah, and actually I will do, I'm glad you like that, Beyonce. I'm actually going to do a pick a card reading, I think maybe later tonight, of messages from loved ones on the other side. So again, if that interests you guys, go ahead and hit the subscribe button with the little bell. If you want a personal reading, I do personal readings to connect with loved ones who've crossed over. I also do past life discovery, inner child healing, twin flame readings, all that good stuff. So you can go down at the information below, check out my website, and all the information is down there. And oh yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, Beyonce. Yeah, definitely. Like I'll be doing that in the next day or two. Oh, and if you guys are interested, I am also doing a class this Saturday on how to do dream interpretation with tarot. So if you own a deck of tarot cards and you always wonder what those dreams mean, join me this Saturday. It's you just go to my Facebook page. I'll actually include the information in the description after we end here. But if you want and you want to jump off now, you can just go to Facebook, go to Goddess to Goodness on Facebook, and go to my events, and you'll see all the information there to register for that class this Saturday. So I hope I see you guys there. If this resonated, give it a like. If you liked it, share it with someone you love, and enjoy your day. I love you guys. Happy Mercury retrograde. Bye.